Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show! I am your host, Andrew Illy! And this Ball of Motherfucking Truth, man. Episode 60. We are live, man! Thank you very much for joining me. Wherever you are around the world. Wherever you are, you silly motherfuckers. God damn it. Ooh, this is going to be a hard one to review. The Blue Baggers have lost to the arch rivals, the Maggies, the Pies, the Scum, the Filth by 6 points. And man, I apologise for the late upload. I had gotten home really bloody late after midnight last night. I didn't feel great. I had technical issues. Everything was going wrong. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I'll wake up fresh Saturday morning with a clear mind. And then I can review this one, even though I don't want to. I really don't. But man, do you guys remember, if you have followed me since last year or the year before, I spoke about a mental relapse with the Blues. And this PTSD that we've been dealing with over the last 20 years, really. And last night, it felt like it came back. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. All the Carlton fans out there. It was hard to watch, man. A real struggle at times. We lost this game in the second quarter. And I'll go through it. But that second quarter was the one for me that really just pushed me over the edge. What do you do, man? Right now, I'm a little bit concerned with this side. I am. And I wasn't. I really wasn't. But man, there was some moments and stages in this game where I just could not see a plan B executed at all. Whether that's the coaching or on the players, I don't know. But this one-dimensional Carlton suddenly appeared from the shadows, and it was long kick down the wing, Carlton. To absolutely no one. Unbelievable, man. And full credit to Collingwood. They 100% deserve to win this game. Simple as that. We didn't deserve anything because we played trash for probably 2 quarters out of the 4. But the trash was hot trash. Real bad. Kind of borderline pathetic stuff that I was seeing. And I didn't really see anyone fighting, clawing, just with complete and utter urgency and desperation and fight for this game in our side. But I did see that from Collingwood. Oh yeah, I saw it. Who wanted to win this more? Looked like Collingwood did, and that's why they won. But let's get into the game, man. I'll review this one. I have a lot to say, and no player is safe, man. You might see other podcasts where they're scared to name people because they don't, want to rip into the team that much. But I love all these guys. But if you fuck up, you get named. This is the ball of truth. There ain't no lies. I'm going to put it all out there. And this is my opinion. And if you don't like it, shut up. Simple as that. Before we get into the review, guys, we're going to plug the social medias. Follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter. That's balloftruth_pod. We've got Ball of Truth on Insta, TikTok, Facebook. And our home is YouTube. You're going to hear a clap. And I'm getting rid of that real quick. Guys, wow. Let's go straight into the first quarter, man. Zach Williams. Shit. Probably got a mark on my head from That's what he made me feel like last night. Honestly. Zach Williams gave away a really soft free kick. And some umpires wouldn't call this, but whatever. It was there, this one. Elliott on the 50. No one, absolutely no one in this Carlton side. I've got a red mark on my head from bashing this pen into my forehead. That's how I feel, man. Elliott was on 50 after this free kick from Zach Williams. And no one had the awareness to man mark and see Maynard lingering right next to fucking Elliott on the 50-metre penalty area. 50-metre penalty area. This is what Carlton's done to me this Saturday morning. Anyway, Maynard's gone back and has drilled this from 55 metres out. No pressure, no awareness, no one near him. Bang, goal. What the fuck are we doing? Unbelievable stuff. Bad start. Harry Mackay, who had a great first quarter, and he was brilliant all game. He really was. Except for one moment. Right in the last quarter, which we'll get to. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It hurts. It does. Harry Mackay scored our first goal from a great counter-attack from us, which we didn't do too much of last night. Always got the assist, and it was one of the only times we seriously got an easy goal last night. Out the back, bang. Harry, goal. Next, centre bounce. Walsh got the clearance. Ball spills loose. Elijah Hollands, quick pass to Always, check side, goal. And I just got into my seat at this point. I'm like, ooh, all right. Peg 2 back, great. It was absolutely jam-packed. Couldn't find parking last night, which is why I got home late. And that's why I'm recording right now. Moments later, so we've hit the lead there. Moments later, umpire with a soft free kick to Elliott, about 20 metres out against Zach Williams. Again, this is the second time he's done it. Arms around. This one probably wasn't there. The first one was. But anyway, learn your fucking lesson, man. Zach! Jesus Christ. Elliott scored the goal. Nick Dacos, who ripped us all game, broke through 2 soft as butter fairy bread tackles. One from Hewitt and the next one from Newman, but it was more Hewitt's fault, this one. He just broke through, exploded through, and if you give him a little bit of space, he will punish you just like he did with the winning goal, which we'll get to. That was brilliant by Nick Dacos. Newman with a brilliant entry inside 50, a composed kick, which we didn't get enough of. Found TDK and he missed. Why have I put that in my notes? Probably because the Newman kick was so rare. Seriously, that's why. TDK missed that one. Cottrell and Chera set up Harry Mackay for his second. Harry had a great first quarter, like I said. And then moments later, Darcy dropped a mark and Harry literally fell into his lap. Snap, goal, another one. His third of the quarter. Harry was on fire at this point. And we were all over Collingwood at this point, man. We were absolutely all over him. Our pressure was great. Our tackling was there. And then after this quarter, it just disappeared. I don't know what happened. Cunningham found Charlie Curnow. Contested grab, goal. We're up 34-20 at quarter time. 14 points up. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Thumbs up quarter from me. And I had really no complaints, man. It's a derby game. Things are going to get they're not going to be perfect, right? But Lewis Young was great this quarter, I thought. And I rip into him quite a bit. He was good. But he's not off the leash, because wait till I get to my next quarter. Akers was great. Walshy was good. Newman was fantastic. And if I had to vote just Carlton's side, which I will at the end, because there's only 3 players that really stood out for me. Newman was one of them. He was good. So yeah, things were looking good, man. 14 points up. Second quarter. This is what lost us the fucking game. This quarter right now made me sick. By the way, Wiedering was probably our only good defender tonight. Really. Oh, man. Curnow actually scored the first goal of this quarter, so we extended the lead by 20 to 21 points. And it was great work from Pitternet in the ruck, found Hewitt, handball to Cunningham, who broke through, and found Charlie Curnow not too far out. Blues by 19 points. There was not one goal for the next 10 minutes. Seriously, we're at the halfway point of the quarter. There were nearly moments by Blues where we could have broken through, but we fumbled it, turnover, just little bitch kicks. Made me ill. Halfway point of the game. We got the ball working through the middle. Cincotta took a mark, and without any awareness and no peripheral vision, has handballed to Cripps on the run. But there was like 3 Collingwood players on him, man. Cripps, under pressure, handballs forward to Cottrell, who, because Cincotta played on this chain effect here, Cottrell got caught holding the ball. But if we just slowed it down one moment in that period, we were free. We were all out in the 50. We probably could have scored a goal from this. That one hurt. And this led to the Collingwood comeback. This led to a goal. Literally, a couple moments later, we had 2 moments to kill the ball over the line in the pocket, the right forward pocket, and this pocket annihilated us. This was our doomsday. We failed to kill the ball over the line. Hill kept it in, found Pendles with a brilliant handball over the top, and he found Harrison, who just ran in and kicked an easy goal. No one followed their man. No one killed the ball over the line. 100% avoidable goal, Collingwood. It was 41 to 27. They pinged one back. Chera had a chance to kick a goal. Decided to handball to, he's 15 metres out. Just have the fucking shot, Chera. Turnover. No awareness. Again, no one wanted to take the game by the balls here. Here's where I'm going to rip into Lewis Young. He was awful in this passage of play, man. The ball has been popped over the top. Lewis Young is running back, and he's got about a 10 to 15 metre radius here, where all he had to do was literally pick the ball up. He's running back. I'm going to pick up the ball, man. Literally has gone to pick up the ball. The ball's bounced in another direction because he's absolutely shit himself here. He thought he was under pressure when he wasn't. There was this invisible pressure last night. It's seriously like players were not under pressure and they were fumbling shit like there was a man right up their ass. Lewis Young in this moment had no one around him. And he's failed to pick up the ball, and that's all it takes, that second, and then Collingwood just swarmed him. And that led to a goal. He failed to pick up the ball. Sullivan got his debut goal because McCreary went off. He just came on and lifted their side. Anytime a first game player kicks a goal, it's going to pump your side up, man. And that's what happens. Moments later, Cox kicked the goal. No second man up here. It was Lewis Young on Cox. The ball was up in the air for ages. And I think it was Lipinski who bombed it inside 50. And Cox had about literally 30 seconds to frickin' mark this. No second or third man up with a spoil. One-on-one, Cox height, he's probably going to beat you. That was really disappointing. Another avoidable goal. Zach Williams again. Failed to kill the ball again in that same pocket that we were just speaking of. He failed to kill the ball over the line off a Wiedering spoil, which was literally going out of bounds. The ball's trickling over. I don't know what the fuck Zach Williams was doing here, but somehow ran over the ball. Hoskin Elliott's grabbed it and handballed to Lipinski, who's kicked the goal. And right then, Collingwood are within 5 points. 46 to 41. Charlie Curnow got caught holding the ball because Chera copped some pressure The ball fell short, and Charlie Curnow, I love him to death. But man, I'm a little bit worried because this guy can't bend over. I don't know if his lower back's cooked. I don't know if he's worried about his knees. But there's so many moments where his agility is so vulnerable, man. I reckon, honestly, something's going on. Because it looked like he just got tackled way too easily here, where he didn't protect his body enough. He could have just grabbed it and quick handball, but he held on to it too long because he couldn't bend over and just turn his body. He just needed to turn his body. And he got caught holding the ball. Another nearly moment for the Blues because we were on. Could have kicked it inside 50. Could have anything, man. But Cheryl was under pressure. Charlie didn't take the mark. Maybe it fell short. I don't know, man. It's just very frustrating at this point. So, this Charlie moment ended up in Schultz kicking a goal. It literally turnover, ball counter-attack, goal. And the halftime score, Collingwood are up by 11 points. So it was a 5-goal turnaround since Charlie kicked that goal. And there was 10 minutes to go in the quarter, yeah. Every goal, seriously, every single one was avoidable. We gifted a momentum out of nothing. These plays were just out of absolutely nothing. And Pies were much cleaner, better set up, fitter, faster. And that's the other thing, man. We were so slow last night. Oh boy. And that one concerns me a lot. And we looked tired. Pies were running harder than us. We started these long kicks to absolutely no one. We spoke about it last week. The long bombs, not looking. And I've pointed out a few plays in the last quarter who did this, which we'll get into. But every time the ball spilt to ground, I feel like Collingwood absolutely suffocated us and they were surrounding the packs. And they got it out every single time. Really. Almost every time we were beaten when the ball hit the ground. Collingwood up by 11 points when we were up by 21. There was moments where we just could have kicked away and maybe even demoralised them, but it didn't happen. And credit to Collingwood, man. They wanted it. They were fighting for it. And if you give them a sniff, they're just going to punish you. And we got fucking punished. Third quarter. Always scored the first goal. Always had a good quarter. Dangerous tackle on Maynard. Kicks a goal. Cut the lead a bit. At one point, Newman, under no pressure, went the long bomb down the wing, and all he had to do was lower his eyes and he would have found Owies about 15 metres away. But this invisible pressure that I'm talking about, and there was pressure from Collingwood, but it was avoidable pressure, man. Newman didn't need to kick this one long. There was no one around him. He just absolutely panicked. Long bomb turnover, and this kept happening, man, all game. Owies, literally, if he found Owies 20 metres in front of him, he just came off the bench, I believe. Owies had about 30 metres of space to run into, and our whole forward 50 was open. Probably would have scored a goal out of it. I'm dead serious. But the panic kicks, the long bombs, man, we spoke about it last week. Just continued on to this week. Anyway, that was just one example and one sequence where it really pissed me off. That could have changed the whole sequence of that play. Instead, nothing happened from it. Always finally kicked another goal. A cheeky goal out the back. Ball spilt loose over the top. I think they failed to mark it from a marking contest. And it was a Walsh clearance. Ball went over the back. Always little goal. That cut it to 2. 53 to 55 at this point. Charlie Curnow with a nice mark. Quickly played on. Inside 50. Harry Mackay with a mark and goal. Blues in front. 59-55. Started to get a bit of momentum here. And man, I kid you fucking not. We kept Collingwood goalless this quarter. Unbelievable. We kept them goalless. Oh. Fantasia. Orazio Fantasia. Had a chance. He did really nothing. He did fuck all game. Let's be honest. He had a chance late on to extend the lead. And we had a decent quarter here. 3 goals to nothing. And he missed with about a minute to go. I swear to God, how many sides do this to us and they actually score a goal? Makes me sick. It really does. Final score at 3/4 time was 61-56. We're up by 5 points. Kept Collingwood goalless for the quarter. Unbelievable, man. But we only had a 5-point lead. In saying this, Pies were very well structured. The goals that we scored were very hard to come by. Very, very hard. They still dominated inside 50s, and I'll get to that stat. Actually, I'll get to it right now because oh my God, this made me sick. The inside 50 count, it's actually, like, when you look at it, it's a miracle we only lost by 6 points. Inside 50s, where are they? 64 to Collingwood to 38 Carlton. And I swear to God, we, 12 or 13 were in the first quarter of ours. Really. That was when we were actually playing good. The tackle count was one massive stat for me. 88 to Collingwood, 54 to Carlton. You've lost last week. You got to come out firing. Where was it, man? Where was the pressure? Collingwood's pressure was so much better than ours. And when we became that one-dimensional long kick ball down the wing, this made it so easy for Collingwood. And their zone, they are so quick to transition across in defense when we've got the ball. So we made life so easy for them, man. And that's credit to them, but fuck, we made it easy. Last quarter. Oh, this hurts. Our pressure just wasn't there, man. Collingwood were just much better. Bobby Hill scored a goal within the first minute in that fucking pocket that killed us all night. And ultimately was our demise and the area that Dacos scored the winning goal, which we'll get to. But all the goals kept coming from this fucking right forward pocket, man. I don't know what was going on. Bobby Hill with a great goal. You can't say anything here, man. The ball's just spilt over the back. He's run onto it at 100% speed, bursting through on the run from the boundary and has absolutely nailed it. It was seriously like a mirror image of Dacos' winning goal. That put him up by 1 point. Walsh, panic kick when no one was around him, has literally just grabbed the ball on defensive 50, not looking, no one's around him, panic kick, long kick, turnover. Moments later, Cunningham did the same thing. Panic kick, without looking, turnover. Hoskin Elliott scored a goal. The ball went over the top to Elliott. Lewis Young overcommitted here. It was a bad pass and it went over him. But Lewis Young, I don't know what he was doing. He went to go spoil even though he was too far away. And that left a massive gap out the back. Hoskin Elliott just ran on and kicked a goal. An easy one. Pies extended the lead. 61-69. They were up by 8. Chera, a no-look panic kick. Again. It's like the third player right now who's done this. Turnover. Charlie got out the back and did one of his side, across his body side kicks, turnover. When he was in space, man. He finally got out the back, turnover. I don't know. When Charlie does these side around the body kicks, man, I'm telling you 9 out of 10, they do not work. He's really, really got to clean that shit up. Speaking of Charlie, I know we didn't make life easy for him because we're kicking a 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 4-on-1 contest where he virtually had no chance of doing anything. But in saying that, his pressure is not there. When he loses one of those contests, he looks very slow and lethargic and doesn't really put in 100% to put a little bit of pressure on that defender who's trying to get away. And we need him to really, really step up a little bit. It makes a difference, man. A little bit of pressure. There was fucking none of it. Anyway, Pies are dominating inside 50. I think they had 10 in a row in this quarter. Seriously, we could not get our hands on the footy. Our movement sucked. Predictable kicking down the line, like I said. We had TDK score a goal against the run of play here. Cunningham got the assist. Pitternet won a little tap off a marking contest. Kennedy with a tackle, always with a handball to Cunningham, who sent it inside 50 to TDK on his own. And TDK was great. I thought he had a good game, and he scored the goal. So that cut the lead to 3 points, man. It's 67-70 at this point. Wiedering with a great defensive mark, probably about 80 metres out. Found a little chip kick in Boyd, and Boyd's one of our best kicks, who bangs it inside 50. TDK with a contested mark over Cox and drills it. 73-70. We are up 3 points at the halfway point of the last quarter. And this next play, I mentioned this last week, where no one man-marked Jeremy Cameron. And this same thing happened. Side bottom had the ball 50 metres out at this point. He's pretending to go long. It's so obvious that he's not. All the Carlton players are standing around, just looking at the fucking fairies. I wonder if side bottom's going to kick a goal. Pendlebury is 10 metres away in space. Little pass, takes a mark, kicks a goal. No awareness, no situational awareness. No one really concentrating here. Oh, it happened last week. In my review, go look at it. The same fucking thing happened. And Pendles is going to fucking punish him, man. The guy's unbelievable. And he killed us last night. He was so good. He was so fucking good. That put him up by 3. 76-73. Players are just looking at each other at this point like, oh, I wonder what happened. I'll tell you what happened. You just did fuck all. Why don't you stop ball watching here and freaking man up? Anyway, Durden found Charlie Curnow. Won a 2v1. Strong broken tackle. Found Cottrell alone. Clutch Cottrell goal to tie things up. And this was brilliant by Charlie. He finally won a 2v1 against him. There was seriously 2 Collingwood defenders. He somehow got the ball, broken a tackle, bang, inside 50 to Cottrell, and you just trust Cottrell in important moments. He is so fucking clutch. Goes back, under real pressure at this point, ties the game, 76-76. 79-79, sorry. Collingwood missed a few in between here, and look, they were half chances. They could have killed the game. Anyway, Cottrell's goal tied the game. And this is the moment where Harry Mackay's night just went from great to horrendous. Harry marked the ball about 65 metres out. The scores are tied. There's probably 2 minutes to go. And for some God unknown reason, Harry Mackay has decided to pass to absolutely no one. Harrison with an easy defensive mark turnover. This thing, at this stage of the game, you just need to know how long's left and what the situation is. It's a tie game. This gave me flashbacks of Durden in 2022, round 23 against Collingwood, I swear to God. This is the one fucking time you need to kick it long, man. At least get a point. Get in front. And then take it from there. But no, Harry's kicked it square ball to about 45 metres out. I don't know what he's kicking. I don't know what he's kicking to. The kick was nowhere near a Carlton player on the lead or anything. I still am fucking baffled as to where he was kicking it. Harrison's taken the mark. And the ball's gone up the other end with about 1:20 to go. And the Collingwood have just locked it in. Something we didn't do all night. We just couldn't lock it in our forward 50. And then, after a few boundary throw-ins, somehow, I don't know if it was Newman or Chincotta, I don't know. No one got Dacos. No one was man-marking him. He's exploded through. We didn't learn our lesson from the first quarter when he did it. Dacos has found space out the back and a brilliant goal to win the game. Right foot kick in that fucking pocket that we copped about 27 million goals in. Dacos kicks a goal. Brilliant finish. Game over. Game over. We just had to be a little bit smarter here, man. We really did. Harry Mackay. I'm not going to blame Harry Mackay for the loss. It was everyone's fault. And it's the second quarter that really fucking let us down, man. We're 20 points up. 21 points up. And it just takes an extra goal to kill any belief Collingwood had at that moment. But you just give them time and give them space, and then they get that one cheese dick goal. And the game's completely turned on its head. And they punished us. They were brilliant all night in their pressure. Brilliant all night in their structure. Brilliant all night in their movement. They were so much faster than us. And that's why they won. And another chance gone begging, man. That's 3 out of 4 losses for the Blues. Should have beat Adelaide. Honestly, we could have beaten Geelong last week. And even though we didn't play great for 2 quarters, we probably still could have won this game. It was there to win. We didn't deserve it. But it was there. The chance was there. It's so frustrating, man. I felt really flat, deflated. And I've lost a little bit of confidence, man. And I've lost a lot of trust in some fringe players. Some players just didn't do enough tonight, really. And I know we got injuries, and you can't really blame it too much because they had no De Goey and no Tom Mitchell. So really, you can't use the injury excuse. We had Chera back who didn't look match fit to me. Cripps went missing. He was trying, but he got shut out of the game pretty well. Walsh had a lot of touches, but in that last quarter, didn't step up. A lot of people didn't step up in that last quarter. I thought Newman was probably one of our better players. Harry had a great game except for that one moment where it's just like, come on, man. Just bomb it in there and get a point or something. And just at least lock it in. But a turnover was the worst thing to happen. And then we got punished for it. I really don't think Fantasia will be in the side next week. Actually, speaking of the side, how did Kemp get dropped? I would love to know how Kemp got dropped. I would not have dropped Kemp. I would not have started Kennedy as a sub, for God's sake. I don't know why. We really needed Chugger in this game. That one was questionable. And this falls on the coaches, man. This falls on the coaches. I don't know what was going on. Durden didn't do enough. Chincotta had a couple of good moments, but I don't think he was good enough. Cunningham had decent moments, but I don't think it was good enough. Cowan, a few moments, didn't do enough. I can go through the list. Oh, man. It hurts. It really does. How many times did we get caught holding the ball, thinking we had about 5 minutes of space and 5 minutes of time to kick the fucking ball? The sheer panic, man, really, really is baffling. And that's on our leaders too, man. Set the tone, a little bit of composure. But in the times that we slowed down the game was the times we needed to go forward. And there was no game plan in this last quarter. It was literally long down the wing, the bench side. It was always down that wing. And it was just so predictable. And we spoke about it last week. And you just can't play like that. If we play like that against Melbourne, they're going to beat us Thursday. Seriously. What a fucking big game that's going to be now. We're 5-3. We're 5-1. We could be 7-0. But that's football, man. Some people may say we could have lost against Freo. Could have lost GWS. I don't know. I thought we deserved that one. But, man, it's really concerning. It really is. I don't know. I think Zach Williams has done his hammy. There's another injury. So now, I don't know if McGovern's going to be back. Marchbank is still injured. And now Zach Williams is out. Sardi's still out for another 4 weeks. It's crazy, man. Our injuries, we must be the most injury-prone team in the league. And again, it's not an excuse. There's no excuses for this loss. We fucking lost it in the second quarter. That was it. We had a good lead. We were playing okay for the first half of that quarter. And we just let them score 5 pointless, unnecessary goals that were totally avoidable. And that gave him a sniff. And from there, it was a close game and it was a tug of war till the very end. And it really gave me vibes of 2022, where in the last 2 minutes, we just capitulated. Harry Mackay with a pointless turnover, the worst time to turn the ball over. And that's what happens, man. Good teams punish you. They're the premiership side. They won it last year. So if you give them a little bit, that's what happens. They fucking punish you. And now we're drowning in our sorrows. Christos Anesti. Happy Greek Easter to all my Greek followers out there. Instead of drowning our sorrows, I'm going to eat my sorrows tomorrow. Seriously. Jesus Christ. Questionable selection. Questionable game plan. Coaches have to take some responsibility for this one. And the players. So many uncharacteristic mistakes in that last quarter. So many panic kicks. And yes, Collingwood's pressure was outstanding. And ours was fucking god-awful. Dreadful. And you get punished. And now, out of nowhere, we are 5-3. And we've got Melbourne to look forward to, man. On Thursday night, it's going to be another ripper. It's going to be a close game. Look what happened last time we versed them in the semi-finals. It's going to be like that again. And it is our home game, so our crowd better be fucking there. I will be there, cheering them along. And we really need to bounce back, man, because back-to-back losses is no good. And suddenly, I'm pretty sure we could be out of the 8. We really could. So, anyway, man. That's it from me. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit the like button. Helps the channel out. Turn the bell on for all notifications. Follow me on all social medias. Right there. Links are in the description. And that's it, man. That's it from me. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally tired. I feel sick. My weekend's ruined because of this shit. I hate losing, and I hate losing to Collingwood. And they're going to be up and about. So fuck you, Collingwood. And that's it from me, guys. I love you all. Till next time, I'll drop a preview episode midweek. Stay tuned for that. Carlton versus Melbourne Thursday night. We'll be going live again. Thumbnail will be out midweek. Stay tuned. Love you all. Adios. Enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.